Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Boisterous coming to you with some Gold League goodiness out of the Shattered Temple. Over here in the right hand position we have Ironman spawning in as the red Zerg, and up here in the top position we have the AngryToss spawning in as the blue Protoss. As this game starts off, we have AngryToss throwing out the good luck, have fun, Ironman calling thanks you too. So it's all very mannered and very nice, with both players going for just standard worker builds. So sadly no 6-pool, despite again how funny 6-pools usually tend to be, with you having nothing left and them having nothing left. Oh well. It looks like Ironman is sending out his scout at 10, so that's a bit early. I usually let my overlord try to like tag this base and see if he's in this base, and then if he is, I won't even send my scout. And is he actually just going to send a scout drone up there anyway? You don't really need that. I mean, your overlord is essentially going to get the same amount of information as a scout drone, or at least that's what I always feel like, because by the time they can kill an overlord, they can kill your drone. You know, they need a stalker to kill your overlord, they need a stalker to kill your drone. So really, I mean, you can move your overlord off a bit early, but you can do that, you know, when the cybernetics core is coming up. When the cybernetics core like just finished, you can just move your overlord off somewhere. Stalker can't shoot it. And really that cybernetics core is kind of the Q probe to get out too. So you get really no bonus information. I think it actually favors Zerg a bit if you know, just go for econ. Oh, is this probe gonna do what I think this probe's gonna do? Oh, what a mean little probe. We have 2 drones going down. They're gonna try to lay down a hatchery, but no, not gonna happen. AngryToss says no. And that's highly annoying for our red Zerg player, as that will really screw with his build, really and completely. He had the money saved up for it and just didn't happen. He didn't even get a gas yet, so he had to drop a gas because of this. And yeah, that's bothersome. Is he getting some lings? Yeah, he's getting 1 set of lings to come out here and help his drones with their cleanup duty of this pylon. However, I think nope, there's pylon building in the base. I mean, if you don't build a pylon in the base, then this can actually be a pretty major win for the Zerg player, because then they can just supply block their enemy. But it looks like AngryToss actually does know what's up. So we do have the 300 minerals finishing, and there's the hatchery. So not really the fastest hatchery. I mean, certainly right now not the fastest hatchery, but it's also, you know, honestly fairly averagely timed at 21 drones. So that pylon block was a delay for the fast econ, but because he went for that spawning pool first, he could very easily shift it into kind of a speedling expand, or you know, just the pseudo speedling expand. We do have the pylon going up in the main base for AngryToss, so nothing interesting there. I'm actually surprised they laid down 2 pylons at his front. Usually you'll see players drop a pylon like here, here, and then here, so they can really put tech in any of 3 positions, and did that. That probe just killed that drone without any ranged units. This probe is like the hunter-killer probe. He's like the, you know, the hardcore Rambo probe that just, you know, kills whatever he wants. We do have a Roachborn coming out from Ironman, and that's a bit of a surprise, especially this early. Usually you see players at least wait to get the Roachborns until much later in the game, to be quite perfectly honest, as they are a bit of a draw on the economy. And he's actually getting roaches out of it too, which surprises me. How do you... Alright, no, now he's going back to straight up drones. I definitely think that he should just be droning right now. There's nothing really all that dangerous coming. I mean, there is a 4-gate, but 4 gates versus Zerg are not... They're not that dangerous anymore, people. They're not that scary. I mean, drop down 2, maybe 3 spine crawlers and have that roach tech up and ready to go, and then just have this Zergling kind of scouting at the front, and you're set. There's really nothing that your opponent can do to you at that point, because as soon as you see the move out, you just make like 9 roaches, and then as his army kind of slowly slogs its way across the map, you just, you know, have all your spine crawlers in a nice concentrated position, so that they're easy to just, you know, fight with. And there are the 2 spine crawlers, so this is definitely going to be an extremely easy to defend push. I don't think he's going to have any issue killing off the Protoss army here, especially if the Protoss actually decides to move in. I would actually doubt it. I would actually doubt that the Protoss decides to move it at all, because honestly, moving in against 2 spine crawlers and, you know, roaches and lings is never really a good idea. That will basically always just lose the game for you. You have the we have the pylon getting dropped at the front. However, these Zerglings are going to see the probe, and the probe is actually just going to completely avert where it's going and drop the pylon down here. The issue for our Protoss players is that he's not really getting all of his weapons off on the dot. I think he's actually waiting for this pylon, and I think that's the issue, because he just lost, you know, half of a production cycle right there, and that half of a production cycle might have been what would have allowed him to push in and win the game. As it usually is. I mean, Protoss forces are extremely strong early game, but only if you can really nail those warpins and get your army as big as possible. Like, you could have had one more warpin of like 4 zealots right there, and I think 4 more zealots would have been enough to break the front. Just because zealots completely tear the crap out of spine crawlers, they will astonishingly just rip spine crawlers apart. And it looks like he's just going to fall back and expand. So time to go standard. I'm surprised we don't see the Zerg breaking down his back rocks and taking a third, or just taking his third at the golds. Especially because he just kind of denied this almost all-in play, and I think really he should just go for an expansion and try to get more ahead. We do have the Nexus getting dropped for AngryToss, so he is expanding out of this fairly well. And he's really not going to have that many issues. He didn't really commit too much to that attack, so it wasn't really that bad that it failed him. We do have the probe going down at midfield, so map control swings back to the Zerg, and the Protoss is kind of just stuck in his base at this point. However, interestingly, we don't have Zergling speed yet. It's the 10-minute mark and Zergling speed isn't done. I think that's just him forgetting about Zergling speed, because Ling speed is an extremely important upgrade in this game. And yeah, it's a really nice upgrade. Also, he's not exactly expanding his creep as best as he could be, and there we go. There's the next creep tumor coming down. I'm not sure why he's moving these spine crawlers up, because this is a much worse spine crawler position than back here. Because back here, your spine crawlers can basically hit everything, and there is a fight at the front, but I was too busy talking about spine crawlers, and this roach force is just going to get absolutely demolished, no question about it, as this mortal comes down to. Yeah, I don't think that was quite good for our Zerg player. Actually, he managed to cause more damage than he sustained in that attack. The only issue is that now the Toss player has his immortals up, and I don't think the Zerg is anywhere near having what he needs to fight those. I mean, he does have Infestation Pit coming up, so he can get Infestors fairly soon. But this AngryToss push is going to come out earlier than those Infestors, so he's going to need quite a few roaches, honestly, to hold us off. I'm not sure if this position is the best for him. He really needs to pull these spine crawlers back into a more concentrated position. Because right now, I mean, the Protoss can come in at an angle and only get hit by these bottom 2, or only get hit by these top 2. And that's not a position you want to be in as Zerg. You want all 4 of your spine crawlers trying to rip apart his army. And it looks like he's going for it. And there goes the force fields. And the force fields are actually his saving grace here, I think. Because the force fields just stop that spine crawler from going down in 4 seconds. The force field spine crawler. Wow, that is not good luck. That was really not good luck. Well, I'm not even gonna say that's luck. That's just really bad force field placements, to be perfectly honest. And we do have the proxy pylon going down. And yeah, that's not good for our Protoss player, as these roaches are now pushing in. They just got the center of the map. We have Zerglings coming around for kind of a flank, and then they ran away, but now they're actually coming in for the flank. So they're going to get around these enemy units and really surround them. And this is not good for our Protoss army, to be honest. I'm surprised that the Zerg isn't targeting down this Immortal, because that Immortal will absolutely slice his army to pieces. However, this is so many roaches. I'm not sure what our Protoss player can do against this amount of roaches. At the very least, they're probably going to get the National Nexus. Probably, well, actually, they're just going to go for probes, and they're going to absolutely slice probes apart here. As we do have the Immortal going down, and oh, so many probes. I'm just going to let this talk for itself. 16 probes killed. Ugh, so many probes. Going up to 18. Oh my god. That's not nice. And we do have more roaches coming in, sniping off the Immortal again. Oh, killed the Immortal. Killed the Immortal. She's not killing the Immortal. It has 5 health left. Ugh. God damn. Oh, we do have a Zergling running going into the main base, so and that's going to be amazingly annoying to deal with. And let's see, these Zerglings get 1, 2. Really? Only 2 probe kills? Oh, yep, the probes ran over to that cannon. There's just 1 probe. The lonely probe mining the gas. We do have these Zerglings running back, trying to do the best they can, but instead they're just going to bail and run down the ramp. Which is going to be... Whoa. Those Zerglings actually just do that? Are they really going to get another 4 kills? Oh, no. One more. There's one more. Oh. Alright, well, he did all the damage he could possibly have hoped to do with that. 25 workers killed for our Zerg player. That is something that I call an insane lead at this point of the game. Let's just look at worker counts. We have 21 to 38. 37 drones? What the hell? So apparently he's not as ahead as I thought he was. He's still amazingly far ahead, 14 workers ahead to be precise. However, I think it would have for him to just like expand and take a third and build one is just to run from the base, but instead he's just going to go for an insane push. I don't think I agree with this. I really don't agree with this. He should just be expanding and taking a third and making his lead even bigger, because right now he's letting he's honestly just letting the Protoss player catch up. And we do have the third going down, kind of an awkwardly placed third, especially considering they had the forces most certainly to take the gold. And he has the wall of crawl moving out right now. So he is going to, basically just take control of the map at this point, spread his creep up right to the Protoss's front door, and then make a wall of crawl right there, and he'll be good, basically. I'm not sure how the Protoss player is going to hope to beat this, to be quite perfectly honest, especially when all of his Zealots are on hold position. A couple of nice force fields, not the best, but he does, this Immortal, I can't believe 5 health. 5 health. Oh god, and all these drones are getting cleaned up. And that's not what the player wanted right there. Really not what Ironman wanted. Yeah. Definitely not what Ironman wanted. So anyway, in the production tab, we have another hatchery coming up for the Zerg player, so he is getting his third right now. He's getting +2 missile attacks. Does he have any carapace upgrades? No. So, not that bad, considering the fact that the Protoss is kind of going through this big kind of kill 'em army. Or, well, not really big kill 'em army, just the smallish killing 'em army. And yeah, I'm surprised that the Protoss isn't getting any, armor upgrades. In fact, he's not really getting any upgrades at all. I'm surprised he doesn't have his, oh, he does have Twilight Council. Okay, well, I'm surprised he's not getting Charge or Blink or anything out of that, Twilight Council, especially considering his Zealot numbers, and Zealots get infinitely better once you give charge for them, and he really needs that charge ability to be quite perfectly honest. We do have a major drone transfer coming down here, as the main is essentially mined out right now. Missing a lot of injects on this queen. She's at 200 energy already. And it looks like this observer is just gonna fly around. Don't mind him. Just the small army at the front. We actually do have AngryToss is third coming up. We have the Zerg's fourth coming up. So Zerg's going to be on four bases before AngryToss is on three. I mean, not that much before, but definitely before. Let's check worker counts yet again. Zerg is only ahead by 4 workers. What the hell? He needs more workers. I don't know why he's committing so much of his supply to army right now, considering the fact that the Protoss has this tiny little force. I wonder if he's just trying to break the front. He's not going to be able to do it, to be quite perfectly honest. It's not something that's going to happen. But we do have the Zerglings doing the run by into the main. Oh god, there's so many probes here. Actually, no, there's not that many probes here. I thought there was just going to be a crap ton of probes just stacked up on those 2 mineral patches that he didn't mated off. But, you know, he's fine. It's all cool. I'm surprised they're not going for sniping like production. There we go, they're finally going for the production and the tech and stuff. I'm surprised he's not trying to kill this robotics bay, to be quite perfectly honest. Get those colossi down before they even start. We do have 1 warp gate gonna go down. He's definitely not gonna get a second one. I really think it would have been a much better use of his time to try to kill this robotics bay. But, you know, it's really not that bad either way. We do have just more roaches and actually mutalisks coming out from our Protoss player, which is definitely a very nice switch out of this, because there's not that many stalkers. He's in a primarily zealot, sentry, void ray, immortal army, and really 5 stalkers is not going to be able to stop any sort of mutacloud. I'm surprised that he's giving away his mutas this early. If he really just farmed up and got like 20 to 30 mutas and then just attacked with his mutas and his army, there would be no way for the Protoss to hold it off. The Protoss would be completely dead because the Protoss roach hopefully into your army, and you know, these mutas would just pop out of nowhere and absolutely slaughter him. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the Protoss is going to keep trying to do with this game, considering the fact that his third isn't really that sick, because, you know, this map, the natural and the third are fairly spread out, which makes muta harassment extremely easy, plus the fact that he can just wander into the main and snipe off a lot of production, or at least tech, because this robotics bay really isn't covered safely at all. This photon cannon might be able to get all the lings off of this robotics bay, but it certainly won't be able to kill mutalisks that are attacking it. We actually also have hydras coming out of our Zerg player. That's interesting. I would not have expected this hydra switch at all. And are these hydras going to get scouted? I don't think he saw the hydras. Wow, that was actually pretty funny. I'm amazed he didn't see the hydras. Yeah, the observer just barely skirted and just didn't see the hydras. The High Temple, or the Templar Archives, excuse me, and the Colossus are coming out right now. And yeah, I don't think he saw those hydras. And it looks like he has a meager force up here to try to defend with, and I don't think it's gonna happen. He has mutas just in the main, just really being a distraction, to be quite perfectly honest. I'm surprised he didn't pull along all his mutas to be a distraction. We have 2 mutas from that muta cloud going down, but at this point the Zerg army is just going to overrun. We do have the hydras moving in first, so not the optimal placement for your hydras. However, alright, so the Colossus is coming over. I would have been amazed if he sniped that Colossus with mutalisks in the base, which I thought happened for just a second, and then I realized that it was the building walking over. And yeah, this is not going to end well for the Protoss player, excuse me. He might snipe off quite a few units, but in the end, I think the Zerg, especially with these force fields where they are, because honestly, he needed force fields that kind of wrapped around the entire army and brought it closer to his zealots. Force fields that put a wall between his zealot and the enemy. And yeah, he's gonna be able to clean, the Zerg is going to be able to clean this up, no problem. And there goes AngryToss with the well played TTGG. And they're replaying. There's still 2 minutes in this replay. Does Ironman actually just wander in and kill it? Okay, well, we're just gonna follow this random hydralisk. So, anyway, guys, you can head on over to boisteroussc2 at gmail, or you can send in any games you want commentated into boisteroussc2 at gmail.com. If you want any more Boisterous action, head on over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. If you have any comments, gripes, anything like that, go ahead and post them in the Battle.net thread, which will be in the description. And every time I say that, I always point down, but there's no webcam. You guys can't see me pointing down. So yeah, look down. It'll be in the description. We do have Ironman SC continuing to just. You don't have to do this. You beat him. He's down on the ground. He's unconscious. All right. He tapped out. You don't need to pee on him after that. This is just. Why are you still in the game? Just go start up your next ladder game. Yeah. Post comments in the thread. Bump that up to the front page over on Battle.net. And remember to tell everybody you know to subscribe. Try to get those subscriber numbers up. There is a listing of the events I plan on running for subscribers. And why is my computer only getting 1 frame rate? Huh. Oh well. Anyway, guys, this is Boisterous, and as this base finally gets cleaned up, I'm actually just going to let him finish it off. Might as well finish the job. And there we go. My computer's back up to the proper frame rates. That's always an odd lag spike that I usually get. But anyway, we have the final 2 items going on down, and there we go. Replay is finally complete. Oh, why did he stay in for 2 extra minutes? I doubt we will ever know. So anyway, guys, this is Boisterous signing out.